The Seminole that lived further north in the state. Originally, the Creek Confederacy spanned from southern Tennessee to northern Florida, from the Mississippi to the Carolinas, and all of the tribes of Indians in that region were considered part of the Creek Confederacy. In 1817, Andrew Jackson was then the territorial governor, and he later became president of the United States. He was ordered to clear the land and make it safe for the settlers. In doing so, he fought 3 wars with the Indians. They were the most costly of Indian wars fought in this country in terms of lives that were lost. The first war started in 1817. The third war ended in 1858. By that time, he had captured and relocated over 25,000 Indians to the Oklahoma Territory, and there were less than 100 Indians left in this region. They were considered the renegades, those that had escaped the army. The Creek word for renegade was Seminole, and eventually the government translated Seminole to Seminole. That's how they became known as Seminole Indians. By 1858, they had been forced all the way south into the northern part of the Everglades. When we get out on the boardwalk and look out over the Everglades, you'll see what it's like out there, and it's very difficult to move around. By that time, the army was tired, and they felt the land was not worth fighting for anymore, so they gave up and left the Indians alone. The Indians believe their Creator has given them everything that they need to survive, so they decided they would make their home here in the Everglades. Their word for home is chickee, and these are actual chickees made out of cypress logs and palm fronds. They built their chickees on hammocks or islands, and this is an actual hammock that a family lived on up until about 40 years ago. When the Indians got to the Everglades, they found it necessary to build tables under their chickees. People look at these and think that's probably to keep them safe from snakes and alligators, but the truth is that a snake or an alligator could get up here if it really wanted to. But when it starts raining in a very short time, this whole area will be underwater. The tables were just to keep them above the water and dry. During the day, they would work on the tables, and at night they would roll out bedding, and they would drop down fabric or netting, and they would sleep up here.
Welcome to the Miccosukee Indian Village Alligator Show. My name's Rob. I'll be your demonstrator today. What we'll do is teach you a little bit about the alligators, teach you the technique used to capture them, and show you some dangerous tricks as well. First thing I want you to notice is the bumps on their back. These bumps are very important to alligators. They're bone chips covered in hide called scutes. We use these scutes to help absorb heat from the sun, help them digest their food, and to keep them warm on cool nights. This alligator, being about 9.5 feet and about 350 pounds, has the jaw pressure of about 1,500 pounds of pressure. As soon as anything touches the inside of the mouth, it bites down and crushes it instantly. I'm going to give you a little idea of how strong their jaws really are. As long as nothing touches the inside of the mouth and they can't see it, it will not bite. You can prove that by asking somebody to come in here and stick their hand inside the mouth. If they can't see it, it will not bite. Just don't make no mistakes. Now, alligators were one of the main sources of food. Found that alligator meat spoiled very quickly. So rather than hunting them, they're captured and tied up. This is a one-person operation. You're using a technique called bulldogging, which is putting the jaws up underneath your chin, locking them in place, giving yourself 2 free hands to tie the jaws shut. Afterwards, you can tie the legs, put them in the canoe, and safely take them back to the camp. jaws should be safely tied.